Oh,
That's
great.
all you
We're being recorded. So I'll watch what I say. I'll try not to offend anyone. Anyway, this is great to be with you tonight. You ladies did an awesome job. Really enjoyed that. And Lisa and I just want to share with you a little bit of our story, and then we want to share with you a few tips that will help you explode your business in the next 90 days. I want to give you a little bit of a game plan for the next 90 days. Here we are in October, November, December, carry us through the rest of the year and kick off the first of the year with great momentum. So first, I want to tell you who we are. We're Bobby and Lisa Padgett from Waynesboro, Georgia. And as you heard earlier today or tonight, my sister said, we've been doing this a long time. In fact, I believe it's been 38 years that my family has been part of this Juice Plus amazing company. I was 22 years of age when I started. I was broke. I didn't have any direction in the sense of I didn't have any dreams. I didn't know where I was going in life. And this changed everything when my father got started. So let me let Lisa speak first and let her tell you a little bit about our product story as far as Juice Plus. And then I'll jump in there and tell you a little bit about our business story. Lisa?
Okay, thank you, honey. Well, I was so blessed and moved by the stories that we heard tonight. And that's where it begins, you guys. It begins with your own personal journey and your own story. We all are here for a reason because someone loved us enough to share this gift with us. But we actually happened to be at the right place at the right time when Juice Plus was first introduced in San Diego in 1993. And I'll never forget when they introduced what it was, actually raw fruits and vegetables, 30 raw fruits, vegetables, and berries, to be able to flood our bodies with all these plant powders and nutrients every day. And I remember just touching Bobby's arm and I said, oh my goodness, this is incredible. This is revolutionary. I don't know if our company realized this, but they figured out a way how to put food in a capsule. And the reason I was so excited about that was 3 years earlier, unfortunately, I had lost my mom to breast cancer when she was 43 years old. And I was 23 years old at the time, with a brand new mom with a 2-month-old. And my life turned upside down when I lost my mom. And, when I was hearing the stories earlier, everybody knows somebody that's been affected by heart disease, diabetes, cancer, or stroke. And there's a need out there. And so Terry had made a mention about the Cancer Institute. After my mother had passed away, I actually contacted the Cancer Institute to find out what I could do to reduce my risk. And the one thing they shared that I will never forget, and I still have the poster they actually sent me, they said 75% of all diseases can be prevented through regular exercise, but a diet rich full of fresh raw fruits, vegetables, and berries every day. And then they sent me this poster with all these beautiful cruciferous vegetables. The more color, the better. And I remember sitting there talking to the lady and I said, you mean raw? I mean, it has to be a live food. And they said, yes. And I said, well, that's going to be really hard for me to do. And like many of you, that's hard to do. A lot of people don't eat 9 to 13 servings. So when Juice Plus was introduced, I told Bobby, this is what I need. This is what I'm looking for, and so we started taking it as a family. And I started noticing some wonderful things personally, more energy. Now, we were in our early mid-20s when this happened. So you would think a 25-year-old would have energy, but no, I had 3 little ones running around and I was tired all the time. And so I noticed energy. I noticed I slept better, more regularity, my hair, my skin. I just felt better. But where I noticed the most impact was in our children, especially one of our sons, Kyle. He had 2 health challenges early on. He caught a brain virus called encephalitis and spinal meningitis within the first 6 months of his life. And it did some significant damage. And so he had an uphill battle. And I noticed, and including my pediatrician noticed, the impact that it was having on him personally. Now, I share this with you, not because we make zero health claims, zero, but that's the power of food. One thing we know about Juice Plus is that it is food, and that in the last 29 years, almost 29 years, there have been over 41 peer-reviewed published studies in medical journals showing the impact that Juice Plus is having on our body on a cellular level. And so when that research started coming out, it made sense to me why we were doing better, why our children were doing better, why Kyle was improving so much. And it just gave us that foundation that we needed, that nutritional foundation. And of course, the next thing for us was a no-brainer. I believe it was, I think it was Rita or even Ann who even shared, you organically start sharing something that you love with other people. Yeah. And that's what happened to us. It became a responsibility for us to be able to share this with as many people as we could. First, our loved ones, people we loved, our family members, our friends, people we went to church with, co-workers, anybody that you come in contact with. And we're going to talk about, we get the question a lot, do you ever run out of talking to people? And the answer is no. Never have we ever run out of talking to anyone, because this is such an amazing gift. We share it with everyone. And so I'm going to let Bobby kind of share a little bit about what the business did and what we do, some of our tips that we actually still do to this day to continue to make an impact on the people around us.
Well, to say that this business has been life-changing for us would be an understatement. We truly came from a background of not any experience in sales or marketing by any stretch of the imagination. I've never traveled a lot. I thought all the other states were communist before I joined this business. I stayed in Georgia. I was broke. I didn't have any financial resources. I was 22 years of age. And, I tell people I was so broke, I would go to Kentucky Fried Chicken and lick other people's fingers. So we didn't have all the ingredients for success is what I'm saying. But at the same time, what we did have was a burning desire. We were willing to work and we were teachable. You see, we found ourselves just like you are today in the right business with the right products at the right time. And when Jay Martin come across the stage, the president of our company for the last 51 years, and he made this statement, he said his goal was to build a stable and lasting company that will help as many people as possible realize their dreams. And Lisa and I looked at each other and we said, that's us. We want to start dreaming again. We don't want to just get by. We don't want to just survive. We want to thrive. We don't want to just pay the mortgage and make the house payment and the car payment. We want to do things. We want to live life to the full. We want to build a better life for us. And folks, that was our goal and our dream. We started dreaming again and we wrote things down and things happened. We went to work. There's no doubt about it. We went to work hard. We focused on what we had to do, laser beam focused. And we worked with all out massive action. And we did that for years. Our kids grew up in this business to learn when the phone rang, they had to go from playing and noisy to be quiet. Mom's on the phone. We're getting another customer or we're talking to another team member or whatever it was.
Today, we just keep it real. Sometimes you have babies on your lap. You might be nursing one. We're just keeping it real.
Absolutely. But today, what happened to us is we grew up with our kids and we did, we got to take those amazing vacations and build the memories. We got to have the time flexibility to go and do. We never missed school events or anything like that. We were part of that family, and we still are today more than ever. We put God first, family second, and our business comes third. It works for us. We also have the financial resources to bless other people, and that's been an amazing thing. We love living on our estate here with our family. Our oldest son, is now building a home with our 2 grandbabies just right up from us. I mean, we're talking bicycle distance or golf cart distance.
We're a yaya and a papa.
So these are the things that this business has afforded us. And today we're looking forward to the future. I told someone the other day, I've been doing this for 38 years, but I'm more excited about the next 30 years than I am for the last 30 years. The best is yet to come. And what I want to do real quickly, we've got limited time, so I'm only going to share 3 things with you that I highly encourage you to do. Get engaged with. If you'll do these 3 things, besides share the product, share the business, and promote upcoming events, these 3 things will blow your business up. Here's the first one. Have more conversations than you're having now. We're all paid storytellers. You heard some stories tonight from some ladies that shared their hearts, their stories, their passion. I saw it in their eyes. I saw the tears. Folks, we're paid storytellers. If you're not talking to people, you're not in business. You know, everyone has a story. Everyone on this call has a story of what Juice Plus has done for you or why you're taking Juice Plus. You need to share that story more often. In fact, look at your business like a store. If you are on a retail store, if you're not talking to people, your doors are closed. In this business, it's the same way. We're in the people business. If you're not talking to people, you're not doing business. Every day, you've got to talk to more people. And you know, you don't have to know it all. Here's what I love about this. We have the tools. I simply introduce you. See, our job is to create curiosity, to create interest. And then I shared the video. I love this Jumpstart Your Health video. And that says a lot. You know, there's an old saying, say less to more people. Mm-hmm. And that video does that for us. And like Lisa said a while ago, who do you talk to? We talk to everyone. Who do you know that wants to look better, feel better, have more energy, or lose weight? And everyone.
And I'm going to give you an example of something that just happened today, you know, and because people know people, and we have a friend that we met at a restaurant, and we invited her and her husband to come over for dinner, and they did. This was about a week and a half ago. And somehow the topic came up of, she has a friend that is an organizer. She organizes closets and drawers. And sometimes I have a problem with that. If you were ever to look in my closet, you would see. So I said, I would like to meet your friend. And so I called her last week, and we made an appointment for today at 10 o'clock. And she came over today. And I wanted to build a great relationship with her. And, you know, to build great relationships, you have to have good conversations. And so I asked her when she came in, first of all, she was just so comfortable and easy to talk to. You know, she really is one of those people that you feel like you've known forever. But I just asked her, I said, tell me a little bit about yourself. You know, who is Nicole? That's her name. And so we spent about an hour of I just listened to her story, and it was absolutely tremendous, her story. And so as we got to talking, she started sharing with me some very serious health challenges that not only she was dealing with, but come to find out her mother has leukemia. And so I told her, and we actually go to church. There's the same church, but she goes to the 11:15 service and I go to the 9:30. So we've never met, but she knew me. Somehow she knew me. And I know how she knew me, because she had come to a wedding out here. We have a wedding venue as well. So I said to her, I said, do you know what I do? And she's like, no, not really. And I shared my story with her. And as I talked to her, I saw a tear come down her face. Yeah. And I said, why, can I ask why you're getting emotional? And she's just like, you don't understand. I've been praying for something like this. Yep. She's just like, I have been looking and I have been struggling. And do you know that I invited her to come? You know, we're not going to St. Louis for conference, but we're doing a huge team thing in the mountains like we did last year. And we've got a couple of cabins, and I invited her to come, her and her husband, and they're coming. Yep. They're coming because of that real conversation that we have, because there was no agenda there. You know, our job is to find a solution for someone. Yep. It's never about you. No. It's always about the person in front of you.
We sell hope. We give people the hope of a better health, a better future, a plan B. And she was talking about her husband that's worked with a business for 30 years, was just sold out. Mm-hmm. They don't know if someone's going to walk in tomorrow and say, look, we're going to bring our people in. You've got to go. Everyone needs a plan B. And, you know, the question is, who do you talk to? Everyone. Mm-hmm. After 38 years, we still talk to everybody we meet. Mm-hmm. Every business we do business with. Every time we go anywhere, health club when I go there, church, you know, we change churches every 2 months.
No, we don't.
I'm just playing. No. Okay.
Well, Bobby just mentioned church. Bobby and I are small group leaders for our church, and we opened up our fall semester, and we had a young couple come to our small group. They came last year and they came this year, and she missed a lot of last year because she got breast cancer. She's 43 years old. She got breast cancer, and you know, thankfully they were able to get it all. She did have a mastectomy, but when they came back, see, I had sent her a little information and she did watch it. And when they came back to our small group, she said, thank you so much for sharing that. The chemo and the radiation have done such damage to me. I need something. Yeah. And so we got them started. And that was on the last week of August. And I actually gave them some of our product while they ordered theirs because I didn't want them to wait. I'm like, get started. Go ahead, get started. Let's place your order. And because they got everything, because they said, what do you recommend? I said, well, considering what you've been through, I recommend it all.
Yep.
The complete, you need protein. We got to get the good nutrients in there. You need the Juice Plus Trio, and you need the Omega Blend. They did it all, her and her husband. Then, of course, when they went home, they told their son who lives in Mississippi, and he got started. Well, that was well over 900 points, you guys. And I said, listen, you might as well join our mission to inspire healthy living because you've already reached the first position in the last 24 hours. And that opened the door for Bobby and I to share the business. Yeah. And they did QSC in 12 days in the first month, the first week, 2 weeks of September. And I'm so excited because I asked them, would an extra $500 to $1,000 a month make a difference for you? And they said yes. And their paycheck, I'm not going to tell you what it was, but it was
$850.
No, it was a little bit more than that. But anyway, but I was going to tell you, but Bobby, anyway, they are blown away and they just shared it with the people that they loved, but they saw the simplicity of just being real. And one thing I'll tell you, and Bobby's going to cover this, her husband called me and he said, hey, I've got a buddy that I've been telling about Juice Plus. Could you have 5 minutes to tell him over the phone? Yep. And we did so many 3-way calls. Okay. That was the key.
So the first step is talk to more people, have more conversations, build your relationships, be more concerned about what that person needs. If you listen to them, they'll tell you why they need Juice Plus and even this business. Listen more than you talk. Number 2, Lisa said it, 3-way calls. It's the most powerful tool we have.
Or 3-way Zoom, that works too.
Exactly. Or the connection call. You can call it whatever you like. We do every Saturday, we do a leadership call. But the first Saturday of each month, we do a welcome call. We welcome all the new people that joined our team. And, what we do is we have a story time, just like we're doing tonight. And it's the most powerful call we do. But that third-party documentation, folks, facts tell, but stories sell. That third party, so that 3-way call, we do those every day with our team. And I want to encourage you, if you really want to blow your business up in the next 90 days, I dare you to do 5 of them this week. Call your upline, put 5 people in front of your upline somewhere and let them tell the story. Let them introduce. That third party documentation is so powerful. I dare you to do that. The third thing as we move fast forward is events. There's no doubt about the power of events. We built our business. We built our teams on events.
We built boot camp.
Well, you heard Tracy say earlier, she did health and wellness. She did doctor events.
We did lots of wine and wellness too.
All kind of things. Everything is an event, by the way. You build for it. You promote it. Yeah. And here's a couple of things that are coming up immediately or very, very soon that, of course, it's non-negotiable. You've got to be there. The first one is the conference. It's in 3 weeks. You've got to be part of this conference. Whether you're going to St. Louis or you're doing it in your living room or you're doing it with a group, this is non-negotiable. You've got to be there. But here's the key. Don't do this by yourself. Have somebody listening with you. It's going to blow you away. We do have the boot camp coming up in about 60 days here at our farm. We've got Jay Martin's going to be here, some of the top movers and shakers. And we're closing reservations, I think, next Friday. It's done. So if you haven't registered, now's the time. It will change your world. I promise you that. But anything you do, it could be meeting someone at the coffee shop and having coffee over a conversation. Again, everything can be an event, dinner parties, whatever. Lisa and I, we've been doing a lot of dinner parties since COVID. We'll invite special guests over and we'll have a great time. We love to fellowship and eat. And folks, we do an amazing business doing that. Every week, we'll do 1 or 2 dinner parties here at our place. So what's in your calendar? You've seen that commercial, what's in your wallet, but I'm asking you the question, what's in your calendar? You show me your calendar and I'll show you how successful you're going to be over the next 90 days. One thing that I've learned, if you do not schedule it, it does not happen.
That's right.
Put it in the calendar. Our calendar is full of events of people we're going to talk to, get with at some point. So I encourage you to fill your calendar up with events.
And I like to share what an event is. An event is
Yes.
something like this. And what I love it that we are a community of people that love to share our events with one another.
Yes.
And whether you're on JPTV, whether you're jumping into someone else's Zoom or someone else's call, we send flyers everywhere. You know, of course, the company has the Facebook page, Juice Plus Events, all regions. You can find out where any event is and build for it. And what that means is invite someone,
Yes.
invite a handful, text them about 10 minutes before the event and say, listen, you know, I know we had a conversation and you're interested in your health. And my goodness, jump on this call.
Yes.
You're going to love this doctor. You're going to love this couple. You're going to love these stories that you're going to hear. You know, it's going to expose people to the Juice Plus community. And we have an incredible community.
So have more conversations, introduce your prospect, your suspect, your friend to someone that's been in a little longer, knows a little more, or just to solidify that opportunity. And then show up at the events, be part of something bigger than you. And the last thing I'll say is look in the mirror. Don't look at your upline, your downline. You look in the mirror. You be the best distributor in your business. You lead by example. And if you do that, I think the next 90 days will be an amazing time for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
So keep up the great work. We love you. And anything we could ever do, we hope to see you at the conference and or the boot camp.
Thank you
God
so
bless.
much.
Have a great night.
God bless.
Thank you.
Thank
Great.
you, guys.
Have a good night.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
We love
Good
you.
night.
Love you.
Good night.
Thank you.
I love
Thank you.
you.